Ladies and gentlemen, imagine for a moment that life is not happening to you, but for you. I know, right now, some of you feel the weight of pain pressing down, a heaviness in your heart, and moments where hope seems like a distant stranger. Life can hurt, there's no denying that. But what if I told you that the very moments of pain carry the seeds of your greatest transformation? Certainly. Here's an expanded explanation of **point 1. Pain is a messenger, not an enemy, in about 450 words, in the same motivational style. Pain is often perceived as something to avoid, something that brings discomfort and suffering. When life delivers challenges, setbacks, or heartbreak, the natural reaction is to resist it, to push it away, or to ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Yet, pain, when seen through a different lens, is not an adversary. It is a teacher, a messenger guiding us toward growth and awareness. Every experience of hurt carries a hidden message if we are willing to pause and listen. Just as a storm clears the air and nourishes the earth, moments of difficulty clear away illusions and reveal truths about ourselves and the world around us. Pain exposes what is real, what we value, and where we have the opportunity to rise above limitation. It challenges our beliefs, inviting us to examine them and decide which are serving us and which are holding us back. When we resist pain, we create tension and prolong suffering, but when we accept it as a messenger, we begin to understand that it has a purpose beyond discomfort. The discomfort signals a shift, a need to change perspective, to realign with our higher self, or to release patterns that no longer serve our well-being. It is through these moments that resilience is forged, compassion is deepened, and wisdom is gained. Every difficult moment is an invitation to discover inner strength that might otherwise remain dormant. The hurt illuminates areas of life that require attention, care, or transformation, and by responding consciously, we transform the experience into a catalyst for growth rather than a source of despair. Recognizing pain as a messenger requires patience and self-reflection. It asks us to slow down, to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, and to identify the lessons hidden within the discomfort. It teaches us that we are more capable, more courageous, and more adaptable than we often believe. Instead of fearing pain or trying to escape it, embracing its role as a guide allows us to navigate life with greater clarity and purpose. Life, in its wisdom, sends these messages not to punish, but to awaken, to prompt evolution, and to remind us of our potential. Understanding this shifts the narrative entirely. The hurt we experience is not a mark of failure, weakness, or misfortune. It is a signal of engagement with life, an opportunity to uncover strength, insight, and growth that only becomes visible when we face and embrace the very things that initially feel unbearable. If you want, I can expand all 6 key points into 450 word explanations each so you'll have a full, detailed motivational guide based on the sermon. Do you want me to do that? Certainly. Here's an expanded explanation of *point 2. Shift your perception, in about 450 words, in the same motivational style. How we perceive the events in our lives shapes not only our emotions, but the reality we experience. When life presents challenges, it is all too easy to become trapped in a mindset of victimhood, asking "why me?" or feeling overwhelmed by circumstances beyond our control. Yet, the power to transform our experience lies not in changing the situation itself, but in changing the way we see it. Shifting our perception means choosing to look at difficulties not as obstacles designed to defeat us, but as opportunities designed to teach us, to stretch our understanding, and to awaken our inner strength. When we ask, "What is this moment trying to teach me?" instead of focusing on blame or frustration, we open a doorway to insight and empowerment. Perception is like a lens through which we view the world. If the lens is clouded with fear, resentment, or despair, everything appears heavy, impossible, or meaningless. But when the lens is cleaned with awareness, acceptance, and curiosity, challenges begin to reveal their deeper significance, and the world opens up in ways previously unseen. Every hardship carries within it a lesson, whether it is patience, resilience, compassion, or the ability to let go. By consciously choosing to shift perception, we reclaim control over our response to life. Instead of being swept away by the currents of circumstance, we navigate with intention, seeing possibilities where before there seemed only limitations. This shift is not about denying reality or ignoring pain. It is about changing the story we tell ourselves about that reality. Life becomes less about suffering and more about growth, less about loss and more about discovery. The mind is incredibly powerful in shaping what we experience. A simple change in perception can turn fear into courage, frustration into motivation, and failure into opportunity. Each challenge becomes a teacher, each setback a guide, and each disappointment a call to awaken our potential. When we choose to view life through this lens, we move from being passive recipients of circumstance to active participants in our own evolution. We begin to understand that the quality of our life is directly linked to the quality of our perception, and by adjusting that perception, we unlock a level of freedom, peace, and empowerment that no external event can take away. If you like, I can continue by *** writing the 450 word expansions for points 3 through 6 ***, so all 6 points from your sermon will be fully developed. Do you want me to proceed with that? Absolutely. Here's an expanded explanation of *** point 3. Inner peace is within you, ***, in about 450 words, in the same motivational style. Too often, we search for peace in external circumstances, hoping that life will finally settle down, that relationships will improve, or that situations will become perfect. We wait for the storm to pass, believing that only then can we feel calm or content. But true inner peace is not something that can be found outside of ourselves. It is a state that exists already within, waiting for us to recognize and embrace it. Peace is not the absence of challenges or discomfort. It is the presence of awareness, acceptance, and conscious choice amidst any circumstance. It is a quiet strength that remains unshaken even when the world feels chaotic or uncertain. When life hurts or feels overwhelming, the natural instinct is to blame external forces, to feel victimized, or to demand that conditions change before we can feel at ease. Yet, the moment we realize that peace is a decision, not a condition, a powerful shift occurs. We understand that while we cannot always control what happens to us, we can control how we respond, and in that choice lies freedom. This inner sanctuary is accessed through mindfulness, reflection, and the conscious practice of choosing love, gratitude, and compassion over fear, anger, or resentment. Each thought we nurture shapes our reality, and by choosing thoughts that cultivate calm and clarity, we nurture the peace that resides within us. The mind is like a garden, and our focus is the seed we plant. When we direct attention toward fear or complaint, turmoil grows. When we direct attention toward acceptance, gratitude, and hope, tranquility blossoms. It is not about denying reality or pretending challenges do not exist. It is about refusing to let circumstances dictate the state of our heart and mind. By turning inward, we access a reservoir of resilience, insight, and strength that cannot be shaken by external events. Inner peace becomes a shield, a foundation, and a guide, allowing us to navigate life's difficulties with grace, confidence, and clarity. Every breath, every moment of awareness is an opportunity to connect with that peace. When we recognize that it has always been present, waiting for us to claim it, life shifts. We stop chasing illusions of comfort outside ourselves and begin to cultivate a deep, unwavering calm that is independent of what happens in the world, independent of the chaos, criticism, or pain around us, and it allows us to move forward with purpose, courage, and clarity, if you like. I can't. Now continue with point 4. You are defined by your response in the same 450-word motivational style. Should I go ahead with that? Certainly. Here's an expanded explanation of point 4. You are defined by your response in about 450 words in the same motivational style. Life will inevitably present challenges, setbacks, disappointments, and moments of pain. Some events are within our control, while others feel completely beyond it. In the face of difficulty, it is easy to feel powerless, to believe that our identity and worth are tied to what happens to us, or that circumstances alone determine the course of our lives. Yet, the truth is that no external event has the power to define us unless we give it that power. What truly shapes who we are is not the occurrence itself, but how we choose to respond. Each moment of adversity presents a choice: to react with fear, bitterness, or resignation, or to respond with courage, clarity, and resilience. When we embrace responsibility for our responses, we reclaim authority over our lives, and we begin to realize that our character, strength, and integrity are forged in the way we face challenges rather than in the absence of them. Consider the difference between two people who encounter the same hardship. One allows the situation to dominate their thoughts and emotions, falling into despair and self-pity. The other acknowledges the difficulty, feels the pain fully, and then chooses to act with determination and awareness, seeking solutions or lessons hidden in the experience. The second person grows, learns, and transforms through the trial, while the first remains trapped by it. This is the essence of being defined by your response. The power to shape your own life lies in conscious choice. It is not about pretending life is easy or denying reality. It is about refusing to let events dictate the quality of your spirit, the depth of your courage, or the persistence of your hope. Every setback is an opportunity to demonstrate resilience, every loss a chance to cultivate compassion, and every challenge a doorway to wisdom. Our responses create ripple effects, influencing not only our own journey, but also the lives of those around us. When we respond with patience, love, and determination, we elevate our experience and the experience of others. The essence of personal power lies in recognizing that life cannot always be controlled, but our reactions can. By consciously choosing how we respond, we define our legacy, strengthen our character, and assert our capacity to thrive despite adversity. Ultimately, it is the consistent, intentional responses to life's trials that reveal our true nature, highlight our inner strength, and illuminate the power we hold to shape our destiny. If you want, I can now continue with point 5. Suffering is a stepping stone, in the same 450-word motivational style. Should I continue? Certainly. Here's an expanded explanation of point 5. Suffering is a stepping stone, in about 450 words, in the same motivational style. Suffering is a universal experience, something every human being encounters in one form or another. It can come suddenly or build gradually through loss, disappointment, failure, or heartache. Our instinctive reaction is often to resist, to question why life is unfair, or to hope that the pain will simply disappear. Yet suffering, when embraced with awareness, is not merely an obstacle to endure. It is a stepping stone, a catalyst that can elevate us to a higher level of understanding, strength, and personal growth. Each painful experience carries with it a hidden opportunity, a lesson that cannot be discovered in comfort or ease. When we choose to face suffering consciously, instead of running from it or drowning in self-pity, we open the door to transformation. The discomfort points toward areas of life that need attention, healing, or change, and by acknowledging it, we gain insight into our patterns, our limitations, and our capacity to overcome. In many ways, suffering functions as a refining fire, stripping away what is superficial or unessential and revealing the core of who we truly are. It challenges us to confront fear, cultivate patience, and summon courage we did not know we possessed. Those who have endured great trials often emerge stronger, wiser, and more compassionate, not in spite of their suffering, but because of it. By reframing hardship as a stepping stone, we shift our perspective from seeing life as a series of obstacles to seeing it as a continuous process of growth. Every setback, disappointment, or difficulty becomes an invitation to rise higher, to learn deeper truths about ourselves, and to strengthen our inner resources. It teaches resilience, humility, and the importance of persistence. Even moments of intense struggle carry within them the potential for profound breakthroughs, creative solutions, and renewed purpose. The path of suffering, while uncomfortable, is also the path of awakening. It reminds us that life is not about avoiding difficulty, but about using every experience, every challenge, and every moment of discomfort as a springboard toward greater understanding, awareness, and empowerment. When we recognize this, we stop resisting life's lessons and begin to move forward with intention, seeing each trial not as a punishment or a burden, but as a necessary stage in our journey toward becoming the fullest version of ourselves. Suffering, in its mysterious and often painful way, is a teacher, a guide, and a stepping stone, urging us to expand, to evolve, and to awaken our potential in ways that comfort alone never could. I can now continue with **point 6. Trust your resilience *** in the same 450-word motivational style to complete all 6 points. Do you want me to proceed? Certainly. Here's an expanded explanation of **point 6. Trust your resilience ** in about 450 words in the same motivational style. Resilience is the quiet, often unseen strength that resides within every human being. It is the inner force that allows us to endure setbacks, recover from disappointments, and continue moving forward even when life feels overwhelming. Trusting your resilience means recognizing that no matter how difficult circumstances may appear, you have within you the capacity to withstand, adapt, and grow. Life will inevitably present challenges that test your patience, courage, and faith. In these moments, it is natural to feel fear, doubt, or uncertainty, but these emotions do not define you. What defines you is your willingness to rise after falling, to learn from difficulty rather than be defeated by it, and to continue pursuing your purpose despite obstacles. Resilience is not about denying hardship or suppressing emotions. It is about acknowledging reality fully and choosing to move forward with clarity and determination. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to strengthen this inner capacity. When life feels like it is pushing you to the edge, resilience allows you to bend without breaking, to stretch beyond perceived limits, and to discover new depths of courage and strength. Trusting your resilience requires faith in yourself, a belief that you are capable of navigating uncertainty, and an understanding that adversity is temporary and often transformative. The storms of life, no matter how fierce, are never permanent, and the inner strength you cultivate in response to them becomes a foundation for future challenges. Each experience, whether joyful or painful, adds to the reservoir of resilience you carry. Reflect on past difficulties you have overcome, moments that once seemed insurmountable.